If you meet me at the corner of Russell and Albina, just about a block from Mississippi Avenue, I'll take you to a house where they hang carpets on the wall. And if we go there on a Sunday, there's a song I'll take you through.
Well, welcome to Open Mic America. I'm Daphne Ramil, your MC, and Robert Edgar is going to be our interviewer tonight, and Laura Bordowitz is our fearless engineer. And Capo Dave Williams is the founder of this wonderful show and the creator and builder of Dandy Hybrid Guitars, which you will hear about later. Our mission is to support your local open mics where you can go in person and see these songwriters performing their original music. Tonight, thanks to technology, we get to travel all around the country to 10 states, as a matter of fact, and see those very same performers in their own living rooms. That's how lucky we are. Without gimmicks and frills, this is the beating heart of American music, that tapestry of story and song that's been weaving us together for generations. And now let's introduce all our performers from the 10 states. We have the Hewitt Family Band from Brookhaven, Mississippi. We have Gillis Mills from Grafton, Vermont. We have Teeyum Smith from Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Pammy Martin from Forest City, North Carolina. We have Charles Absher from Avondale Estates in Georgia, Tom Cooney from Pennsburg, Pennsylvania, Tom Maynard from Thompson, Connecticut, and Buddy Shute from Kingston, Arizona. And that's our entire list for today. So, without further ado, let's start off this wonderful evening with the Hewitt Family Band from Brookhaven, Mississippi. And they like to play at Recess 101 and the Overbrook Songwriter Weekend, which will be on August 2nd. Take it away, Hewitt Family Band.
Is that us?
Yeah.
Why don't I see this? Oh, I see, okay. I went to my high school reunion, my 60th high school reunion last September. And this thing's been rolling around in my head for almost a year, and I finally got something out. So it's just called the high school reunion. And part of it is, I had this friend girl in high school. She wasn't really a girlfriend, but we were kind of close. And she was planning to come over. I hadn't talked to her in 60 years. And she had a stroke and died and didn't make it. I'd written songs for her. So the her that I'm referring to in the song, that's the girl I'm referring to. It's called a high school reunion. For the high school reunion was over. Memories from so long ago. I saw friends I remember with faces I did not know. We laughed and we talked and told stories. Most of them were true. I talked to Travis and Alana, to Charlotte Roberts, but I was still missing you. I always thought she'd be in my life, only a phone call away. But I'll have to accept the truth of the matter. She's gone and I'll have to live another day. And as I went through life and a couple of wives, she was only a memory away. Only a memory away. films and movies, shopping at the mall. Memories I recall. 60 years passed in a minute, I still remember it all. The reunion is over, had a good time. I don't think I'll go back this year. As the afternoon passed, we said our goodbyes, still wishing she was here. And as I went through life and a couple of wives, she was only a memory away, only a memory away. Yes, as I went through life and a couple of wives, she was only a memory away, she was only a memory away, she was only a memory away. And that was it.
Cool.
Okay, and Charlie is allowing me to
that's
do our
right.
second song.
Well, somebody asked about how we did
Yeah.
songs, and
Yeah, the last time we were on here, the interviewer had asked about
think it was Mike.
whether we co-wrote and this, that, and the other, and we do not. I kind of arrange the harmony, but that's all I do to his songs. But this is something that I wrote in about 30 minutes one evening when I could not cool off. If you ladies of a certain age have any idea what I'm talking about, or if you're married to a lady of a certain age. So the name of this is Dog Days Blues. I got that red clay in my veins, I got my unique double first name, I got my sweet tea addiction, I know Faulkner didn't really write fiction. So hard, what a bummer, here in the deep, deep south. These dog days of summer, they got me down in the mouth. I'm wanting some watermelon and shade tree, looking for lightning bugs after sunset. Seems like Mother Nature's against me. All those cheater stickers are poison. Now damn it! Sweat streaming down my face. I tell you, these dog days got me dreaming of living in a colder place. I got my fried okra cookie, I got my homegrown tomato slice. My love tells me I'm so good looking, you don't even have to think twice. But it is so hot, baby, humidity's just out of sight. It's got me wondering if maybe dog days gonna turn into doggone night. I'm fighting skeeters as big as my fist, trying to cool off with my funeral fan. It's been so long since I've been kissed, I'm not even sure I still can. But I would not leave this place, not for a pile of soft gold. I'll look you straight in the face and swear this heat's gone to my ever-loving soul. Punchline first, so if you want to stay real cool, let me tell you what to do. If there's any way you can, marry an air conditioner repairman. Laws of mercy, what's a girl to do? I feel like somebody's cursed me, help me make it through these dog days blues. Yeah.
There she is, folks.
All
Live.
right. Great. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's the first song that you sang for us that you wrote.
I guess it is, yeah.
It's just perfect. Thank you. Thank you so much. It was so funny.
Well, I have
Ah,
fun.
now we're going to pass you over to Robert so he can ask you more about
All right,
everything.
Robert, what you got?
Hello, Charlie and Libby.
Hey,
That was great. Thanks
thanks.
very much. Um, Libby, let me ask you first. When I just heard Taj Mahal the other night, and he was and Charlie Musselwhite, two just incredible blues singers. We enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Um, and I was wondering for your singing, where you went for inspiration for that. Did you go to
Well, yeah.
female singers? Did you go to male?
Well, I'm normally a church choir singer, but
Yeah.
because I do live in Mississippi, I tend to find myself wanting to sing and write blues. I don't have
Uh-huh.
any knowledge of why I do that. It's just something in me. That's the way it comes out.
Uh-huh. That's when I was listening to Taj the other night, I was thinking back, and the person who taught me how to fingerpick back when I was 12 years old, just learning how, taught me blues, kind of Lightning Hopkins type of guitar work, finger work. And when I was listening to him, I was just going, God, I am so happy that I have that in there. You know, when you reach in, when you're looking for something,
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be a
The wheelhouse.
copy. Yeah, that's right. A wheelhouse is exactly right. You got a wheelhouse. That's great. Charlie, how do you, when you look at going back for your reunion, where do you find yourself going to? Did you go think about what was just there, or did you go on back all the way to the original being in school with them?
Well, I went to one in 1980, and then this is the only
A
other one I've
reunion.
been to, which was the 60th one. And I had
Yeah.
known this girl all through school. She was my cousin's girlfriend, and he had left to go to college at University of Texas, and I'd gone out my last year of high school to stay with them. So I got his room, his car, and kind of got his girlfriend there to take her around, you know. And I was wonderful. I just fell in love with her. Platonic, of course, unrequited, but she was the sweetest little girl. And Libby and I touched base with her about a year ago, I guess, and had a phone relationship going for about 6 months. And then all of a sudden, she just had a stroke and died.
Yeah.
And I was just crushed. But
In fact, it was between the time that he got the lyrics finished and could get the song recorded so that we could, send it to her.
yeah, so that's where mine came from. I didn't have to go
Yeah.
back. I didn't have to worry. Just it was there,
It's
you
right
know.
there, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Well,
surface.
that's when you were in high school, were you playing yet?
No,
Playing
I
guitar?
didn't learn to play the guitar till I got home from seminary, my one semester seminary, and I was
Yeah.
21, 22 then, and that's the first time I ever started playing. As soon as I learned those three chords, played the song, and some little girl said, "Oh, I like that." Well, I stopped trying. That's all I
Yeah,
needed was
this
those
is
three chords, you know. And so
uh,
that's where some of those six wives came from right there. But
Yeah. I'm
what
lucky
what
he didn't know.
what brought you to seminary, going there?
well, I graduated from University of Southern Mississippi with a degree in history and then a minor in religion and philosophy. And I didn't have anything else to do other than get advanced degrees. I wasn't interested
Yeah,
in
he did
that.
not want a job.
Didn't want to teach. And this a pastor that had been at our church suggested, "Well, why don't you try to go out? You might like seminary." And I said, "Well, okay, I'll give it a try," you know. And I did. It was a good experience. It just I wasn't willing to come back and start telling people how to live if I wasn't going to live that way, you know. So I kind of just discovered sex a few years before.
Let's not go too deep into
Well,
that, okay?
but that's part of it. All I go tell people, obey the Ten Commandments and don't have adultery. And I was going to commit adultery. Once you get a taste of that, it's kind of hard to stop. It's a lot like music and I guess drugs. I've never had drugs much, but that's where.
So I don't know
So
if
do
you
you?
looked up any of Charlie's music, but if you look on YouTube or whatever else it's on, if you string all Charlie's songs together, they're almost autobiographical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a lot of memories.
Yeah, that's a good reason to. I always think of my songs and the stuff as kind of leaving a crumb trail for myself, so I can go back and kind of figure out where I was and how much I was and how much I was aware of at any given time by going back.
Another advantage I have is I have a guy that lives about 20 miles down the road, and he sends me the lyrics. No music, he just sends me the lyrics and tells me to do whatever I want to with them. And he has some unique ideas. He just sent me one about the day after Elvis died, and I was going to do that one, but I did this one because it was newer, the one I did tonight. But maybe next time I'll do the one about the day before Elvis died. It's pretty cute. He combines a lot of different songs in there, and
Yeah. Well, I look forward to hearing it. And maybe I'll be here next time.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Enjoyed it very much.
Thank you all. Thank y'all.
Thank you, Charlie and Libby. We love having you and hearing your new songs all the time, and then learning just a little bit more about you every time. Oh, thank you so much. And next we have Gillis Mills, and he's also visiting us again from Grafton, Vermont. So, Gillis, the stage is yours. We're going to unmute you. Don't move. We're going to do it for you, I think. Wait. Laura, let's see. Unmute. There.
Am I on?
Yes.
Okay. There's a little sign on the thing that I need to get rid of. A window. Let me get rid of it. It said unmute myself. Is everything okay?
Everything sounds great.
Everything's good.
Okay. I just want to give a shout out to the Hewitt Family Band. I always enjoy hearing them, and I'd never heard Mrs. Hewitt before. She's so animated. That was really a pleasure. And regarding Charlie, I came across a song that he wrote of a guy that in honor of the late Tony Joe White. So great American, relatively unknown, but not in the music industry. But anyway, it was a wonderful song, and I wanted to mention that. Anyway, this first tune of mine is called Crazy. Her legs are long, her hair is too. There ain't nothing she won't do. Her lips are thick, her words be strong. She ain't never, ever wrong. I can't tame her, don't ask me why. It's a waste of time, crazy to try, I'm crazy to try, I'm crazy to try, crazy to try. She got secrets she don't share. It don't matter, I don't care. Hey, 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 ho, ho, ho. Hey, 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 ho, ho, ho. Look at them long legs, she's strutting by. Can't help myself, they make me high, make me high, make me high. If I'd known then what I know now, I'd have never left. No way, no how, no way, no how, no way, no how. I can't tame her, and don't ask me why. It's a waste of time, crazy to try, crazy to try, crazy to try, crazy to try.
Wow.
So,
Nice.
Awesome.
this next, thank you everybody. This next tune is is called "What You Gonna." Well, what you gonna do now that she's gone? Yeah, what you gonna do now that she's gone? You're gonna have to make it on your own. Why don't you try living with yourself? Yeah, why don't you try living with yourself? Instead of hiding out in somebody else. The only difference between you and him, well, he thinks he can, you think it's near the end. Well, what you gonna do now? Your wells run dry. Yeah, what you gonna do now? Your wells run dry. Burn your house down and wander off and die. The only difference between you and him, well, he thinks he can, you think it's near the end. That's it.
Yeah.
Bravo. Bravo.
I'm glad the sound was okay tonight.
Yeah. it
After that
was.
last disaster. Anyway,
Well, we are going to hand you over to Robert.
hello, Robert.
Hey, Gillis, that was lovely. That was great.
glad you
Nice,
liked it.
really masterful blues. Who do you think of? Are you reaching to for some of your playing there?
Well, for inspiration, it's the guys that I most listen to when I want to be inspired. I've been listening to them for a long time. Howlin' Wolf, Muddy Waters, Little Walter, those guys, those three particularly, and specific songs. Manish Boy of Muddies and Mellow Down Easy, Little Walter, unbelievable songs that are just timeless. I mean, they sound so much stronger than anything I hear, today. It's of course I'm an old geezer too, but But anyway, I draw a lot of inspiration from them, but I've done a lot of living too, like Charlie and so forth. So that's what happened. Where I get most everything that I write, it comes from some part of my life. So.
Mm-hmm. The tonal setup you have works really well. By the way, hearing it over the speaker just now. What are you playing through? Do you have? I hear you tremolo on that, and
it's a 65. What I played the guitar straight with no whatever, nothing. No, it's a straight into a 65 box Cambridge reverb. So I've got it, and I've got it set the way I want it. It's a wonderful old amp, and I'm singing through a Gibson, made in England, amp as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're both terrific amps, and the boot. Well, I'm just beating on a board on my foot actually. So and it's that's just a subwoofer. Like a stereo, a normal kind of a subwoofer that people have in their homes.
Normal subwoofer.
Yeah, normal subwoofer.
Yeah.
For home, surround sounds and stuff, that stuff. It's a Sony. It's not a tube amp. The others, I'm an analog guy, really. Because I like the sound, the warm sound, and it just,
well, that's
sounds right to me,
Right. Also, interestingly enough, the camera you've got on is capturing a very warm color for you.
Well, I have the color. I have the color adjusted the way I like it too. I mean, it's not straight out.
Do you play out live in person much, or
I have
online?
Now that I'm 1,000 years old, I haven't been playing out much. I play out when I play out. Usually, I play out at a place called Stage 33 in Bellows Falls, Texas. Texas, Bellows Falls, Vermont. It's a tiny town, but it's songwriters only. It's a really good venue. Yeah. So.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Yeah. So but otherwise, I really have always enjoyed open mics, but I haven't. Since I've gotten older, and I don't have the energy level that I used to. So. It's hard, I really enjoy this. This is so great to play it in my own studio. It's like super comfortable for me. And
you can get everything set up so that you're not really worried about
I can't lug it. I have done a few shows where I've lugged all this equipment around, or I've had people come and like kind of quasi roadie, my stuff, because it's heavy. The amps are small. They're like 15, 18 watt amps. So, but they still weigh.
They work
something.
Just great, don't they? The tube amps.
Are
15.
There's nothing like. They're just and then I played Yasgur's Farm actually, and I just jacked the guys mic'd, and I took this took my old Vox, and it was in the mud, up on the stage, and mic'd it, but I've done that before in New York City quite a few times. it in shows
Yeah.
too. But just mic the amp, and then I get the sound I want. You know.
Yeah, that's how things are going now. We don't have to haul around huge amplifier
Yeah.
speaker boxes and everything. We just get a little one that sounds great and
Yeah.
hook it up
Yeah.
to
It's
the
great.
house.
It's
That's
nice to be
that's a
able
good
to.
thing. There's some good aspects of technology as it grows. Hey, that was absolutely lovely, Gillis. I hope to hear you again sometime.
Thanks, Robert. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much again. And now we're going to go for 2 more performers to North Carolina. First, we have Teeyum Smith from Chapel Hill, North Carolina. And his open mic is at Yonder Bar in Hillsborough, North Carolina. But today he's playing for us. So take it away, Teeyum. And we'll unmute. Are you frozen or are you blinking there? Let's see.
There we go. Am I good here?
Yeah.
Let's see. I've got a little
Yes,
thing.
you're fine. We see you and we hear you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, there's a little thing on the screen that I'm trying to get
What
rid
does
of.
it say?
It says unmute to start speaking.
No, you're fine. We
Okay,
hear
just trying to get
you.
there because it's blocking my view of myself. There we go. All right. Hi, Tim Smith here. If your name is Tim Smith, you certainly need some sort of stage name or nobody's ever going to find any of your stuff online. So I decided to go with the 2-syllable version of my name that I acquired when I moved to North Carolina in 1990. So people at work would call me Teeyum, who were Southerners. So I thought, well, what the heck, I'll just go with it. So I'm going to do a couple of songs that I recorded last year on a CD called Participating at Last. This first song is called Illinois, Land of Drinkin'. I grew up in Illinois. You know, you've all seen those Illinois Land of Lincoln license plates. I've been trying to get them to modernize them for years. Perhaps this song will help. You know, I've been down to that Mardi Gras. I've been to Ireland too. That old Kentucky Derby. The New Year's Times Square Zoo. Where they choose to drink a lot of booze when their spirits are a-sinking. But not like them boys back in Illinois, the land of drinking. From Chi-Town down to Carbondale, Quincy to Champaign, they fall for all that alcohol. Do I need to explain? And the crowd goes, no! Manifesting destiny, no call for thinking. In my home state, it's fate, it's great, the good old land of drinking. Well, some folks drink that Michelob Ultra beer, 'cause they can drink a lot. The hipsters put down them IPAs, and us old folks sip our shots. We all got one thing in common. We got glassware clinking every night beneath them lights in that good old land of drinking. From Chi-Town down to Carbondale, Quincy to Champaign, they fall for all their alcohol. Do I need to explain? ethanol ain't only what they put in your gas. It's a secret to survival. When the world just kicks your, well, you know. You know that soybeans and skyscrapers, one thing can link 'em. Honest Abel, you got that Honest Abel partying in the land of drinking. Yeah, Chinatown down to Carbondale, Quincy to Champaign, they all fall for the alcohol. Do I need to explain? Manifest, it's destiny. No call for thinking that my home state, it's fate, it's great. It's about 1,000 miles up that interstate to that good old, I know you're doing it, good old, even though I can't hear you, land of drinking. All right.
All right.
We were all shouting, but muted. We were.
Yeah. You have to. You just have to.
I was thinking of unmuting, but that might have startled you.
Well, you know, it could have wrecked the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
It was so slick. Oh, sorry. All right, I'm going to do actually a rare serious one here. I always like to, if I do get to do a songwriter circle or that rare solo set, I always like to end on a note of gratitude. With the banks overflowing on a river of rage, newspaper anger on every page. None of the grown-ups are acting their age. What would I do without you? When I go through the motions, unsatisfied in this job that is stealing my last shred of pride, and all of the passion is fading inside. What would I do without you? What would I do? What would I do? What would I do without you? When there's no reason for reason, just exploited fears, and they only tell us what we want to hear. And that echo chamber echoes so near. What would I do without you? With my sun going down, my day almost through, and that paint store don't carry my shade of blue. Thank God for kindness I can turn to. What would I do without you? What would I do Thanks a lot for listening to that one.
Very pretty. Very pretty.
Oh gosh, that's not fair to make people cry, you know. Beautiful.
Very good
Beautiful.
song.
Thanks a lot.
Beautiful song, Tim. And I guess you get to talk to Robert for a while now.
Hello, Robert.
And I get to talk to you. Hey, Teeyum. How do you like North Carolina?
Well, and I've been here
How
for
long?
33 years,
Oh, yeah.
even though I grew
You've-
grew up in Illinois, but spent a little time in the Bay Area too. But yeah, North
Uh-huh.
Carolina, yeah, our area is great. You know, I mean, we're about 3 hours to the mountains and 3 hours to the beach. And if you go up in the mountains this time of year, you get the Swananoa Gathering, which is this great folk music workshop. And they have a songwriter program coming up at the end of the month that I'm going to, so I'm really looking forward to that.
That's great. So you're after 30 years, certainly within those 30 years, you found local musicians to play with. Are you playing with a group right now, or do you mainly
Yeah. Oh, I get
play
to
on
do
your
all
own?
kinds of stuff. My wife and I play for contra dances. I play a little Irish flute and as well as keyboards. And I play in a rock band. We're working on Inagata Davida. We'll have it any practice now. uh, it's just and I play a little bit of horns too. And there's a very very friendly local brass community kind of second line band. So I get to do all kinds of stuff,
Uh-huh.
especially now that I retired.
Oh, that's great. Do you arrange then for the different groups also? Your
Well,
parts?
we all kind of work on it. Each one. The rock band, which is cool, is that if anybody in the group of five doesn't want to do it, we don't do it. So people bring different songs
Uh-huh.
in, and so it's pretty fun. Yeah, and I do some arranging, and I did for the songs that I recorded. I worked with a guy named John Shane to do the arrangements of the songs that I recorded.
Uh-huh. So is that a online CD that's
Yeah,
available, or
again, you have to
online?
find me as Teeyum, or you'd never find it in Maynard. And the recording is called Participating at Last, and it has 13 songs, 12 of which are originals, and you can find it on Spotify or YouTube or wherever, Apple Music.
Uh-huh. Right. Do you do Bandcamp? Is that a
I
is that
haven't
a site
I
for you?
haven't done that because it seems like most people have the others, and I just never had gotten around to doing that.
Right. Yeah, I think Spotify has the biggest selection of musicians, and probably for those who are trying to make some money at it, pay the least
Oh,
of
well,
that.
yeah, well,
So
it's,
that,
if any month now I'll get into double digit listeners on Spotify. So, at this rate, by the year 2050, I'll get a quarter.
right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's yeah, as for folks our age, if we're not trying to make a living at it, it's wonderful to have the ability to distribute with it.
Yeah,
So there's that side. For those who are younger that are trying to break in, it can be like
yeah,
poison.
yeah. It's difficult. It never been more difficult. But I'm really happy with how it came out, and there's a whole lot of variety on it. There's some Irish influence stuff. There's some stuff with horn sections, and some of it's really serious,
Uh-huh.
and some of it is kind of not at all.
Well, that's a good. It's good to have a range, right? In the
Yeah, I think so.
to be able to pull from or dive into, depending on how you feel about it. The are you keyboards on most of it, or
Yeah,
what have you're doing
yeah. Well, geez,
some brasses?
yeah, I listed the instruments. It was keyboards, Irish flute, concertina, trumpet, baritone, horn, and exactly one note of glockenspiel.
I'm sure it's just perfectly timed.
Yeah. Oh,
Or
it
do
is.
maybe
Yeah, I
you
mean,
start with that and get it over with. I'm
that's
not sure.
right. You know, they almost mixed it out, but I insisted.
Well, yeah, damn right. Thanks a lot. I enjoyed hearing you. And
This is the third time I've been
pleasure
on,
to
and
get
I
to
really like to thank you for letting me do this again. I really had a good time as always. Thanks, Robert.
yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks to you.
Well, that was a real treat to hear those two songs, which were quite different from one another. And I've got to say, I thought I heard little birds tweeting somewhere during the interview. Does anybody have little birds in their room?
I started getting hot, so I opened this window right next to me, and there are birds. I heard them too from my other ear there.
That's
So
lovely. You should keep them. It's fine. I was just
yeah,
wondering if that was
I'll
my
allow them to
imagination.
stay there. We actually fed them at some point, but we're overcome with squirrels, so the birds had to take a back seat.
Oh,
They can
yeah.
fly away.
Yeah. Thank you both. That was beautiful, Teeyum. I love what you did to your name also.
Thank you.
That was smart. And next, also from North Carolina, what a coincidence, one right after the other. We have Pammy Martin, and she is from Forest City, North Carolina. And she likes to play at Confluence in Cramerton, North Carolina on Sundays, which is today, where she's not right now, from 4 to 7. So check it out next Sunday, right? Okay, take it away, Pammy.
Hello. Let's see. Can you hear me? Yes, we can.
Yes, we hear you. We hear
Okay.
you.
Okay. I'm glad to be here tonight, and I've enjoyed everybody's songs. It's always just wonderful to hear the musicians, from across the country. So I'm enjoying this. This song that I wrote is called "Suddenly," and it's based on a chapter in the Bible that I was studying at one time in Revelation. So that's where the lyrics kind of originated from. To reign upon the earth, to be a priest to God, you purchased us with blood, purchased us with blood. We know you are the root, you overcame all things, and you alone are good. As you break the seals, you are my confession. You stand up in heaven before the Almighty, as all worship you. You are so deserving, and blessings and honor, glory, power, and wisdom, riches are due. Suddenly, I hear the sound. Suddenly, all fall down before you to worship. Amen and amen and amen. No one was strong enough in heaven or below to break those seven seals. Only Judah's lamb. As you approach the throne, all praise is given you. I see you take the book from the great I am. You are my confession. You stand up in heaven before the Almighty, as all worship you. You are so deserving of blessing and honor, glory, power, and wisdom, and riches are due. And suddenly, I He stayed silent so he could save us. Yet his spoken word created everything. Oh, the Lamb of God has become our shepherd, and the babe has become our king. He stayed silent so he could save us. Yet his spoken word created everything. You are my confession. You stand up in heaven before the Almighty as I worship you. You are so deserving of blessing and honor, glory, power, and wisdom. Riches are due, and suddenly I hear the sound. Suddenly, all fall down before you to worship. Amen and amen and amen. And suddenly, I hear the sound. Suddenly, all fall down before you to worship. Amen and amen and amen.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
Is called Walking This Line That You Crossed. And I wrote this one about, two years ago, something like that. I've given up heart so many times, given it, forgiven it. I've trusted because that's who I want to be. I want to see the best in you, because that brings out the best in me. And now I'm walking on this line that you crossed, keeping my balance, afraid to fall off. All of a sudden my eyes open and I look down. Under this tight rope is a net of trust lying broken on the ground. But I still see forever in your hand, and everything has changed, yet here we stand. I have believed the apologies, because it is a sacred creed to forgive others and receive forgiveness I need. I was naive when you smiled at me. I didn't know the possibilities, and now I'm walking on this line that you crossed, keeping my balance, afraid to fall off. All of a sudden my eyes open and I look down. Under this tight rope is a net of trust lying broken on the ground. But I still see forever in your hand, some time, but I think we can find faith beyond this line.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
beautiful, beautiful.
Beautiful. That was beautiful. Thank you, Pammy. Thank you so much. And Robert, passing it on to you.
That was lovely, absolutely lovely. Thank you for offering it. And what I was thinking about through both of those songs is that whether we're writing religious or secular music and songs, we're often trying to give form to something that seems important to us, but we don't quite know what it is. And in writing, sometimes we can make it more understandable, or at least have it have a form that we can then revisit. Do you have that when you
Yes.
replay songs like that, or rewrite or write new songs? Do you have that type of experience?
Yes, I think that's one of the benefits of being a songwriter is because it actually helps you to think through the things that may be hard to understand, and then, like you said, kind of put it into a format in a song that, if it doesn't lyrically express everything exactly right, emotionally and musically, it expresses the feeling behind that. So.
Sometimes the music can say something without words that the words can somehow duplicate or run in
Right.
parallel, and
Right.
then they can tease each other and come up close and then move away as they go, or they can remain supporting of each other as they go. And that's always an interesting thing. The other thing that I was thinking about listening to both of your songs was how a song can go after both the universal and the personal, and how, say, a religious song would often uh, move or use references to a universal, yet a song of love and of your love for one other can be so personal. But it's
Right.
the moving back and forth that that shows us something of our kind of our position on earth. And I think yours. Do you think of that when you're going, when you're
Yes.
playing?
Yes, I do, because a lot of the songs that I write that are of a faith nature, comes from my faith that I have in my daily life. And then the songs that are not specifically faith related, they still come from the faith that I have in God and how that I just individually see things. So it's like the Walking This Line song. I'm part of a songwriters group out of Charlotte, North Carolina. And when I first did this song for them, our leader, he said, "Are things okay with you and your husband?" I said, "Yeah, they're fine." And he said, "Well, that song just, you know," I said, it's not about that." And he said, "Well, nobody's going to believe you. So I'm just letting you know right now, nobody's going to believe you." And so I told him what the song was about was actually a friendship, that had just broken apart like sometimes friendships do. And he said, "Yeah, nobody's going to believe that. But, go ahead and sing it because, nobody will believe it." So but it was actually written to a prompt for our songwriters group of using silence in the music instead of a lot of music. So I don't know if you noticed that, but there was a lot of, just waiting in that song. So I was trying to do that for that prompt, which I love writing the prompts because it's always something I can learn. I love learning about songwriting and learning from other people, and so um, there's so much to
The
learn.
openness that you give, the silence in there did give a listener time to think about it. I mean, so you have a phrase and then you let it echo as the guitar moves to moving into the next chord, leading notes and what more. And you kind of go, okay, we're going up, we're going down, we're going in, and the whole thing is a movement of the mind through and feelings through both the universal and the specific, or maybe between them. Yeah,
And
it's
what Teeyum was mentioning about the Swananoa gathering, I had the honor
uh-huh.
and privilege to do that a couple of years ago. Actually, it was in 2020, and
Mm.
I had won a scholarship to go, but it had to be virtual. So Vance Gilbert was one of the teachers. I don't know if you guys have heard of him. He's an amazing fellow that teaches songwriting, and he does some, I guess, consulting on songs or helping you. So I had taken this song to him
Mhm.
to see what he could help me with it, because I think it's neat to see what other people's inputs are as well. And one of the things that he suggested that I thought was genius was to go and just walking down the scale, like on that bridge. I still see forever in your hand. He said I had it all different, and he's like, I think it would be more interesting if you just walk down the scale on that. So when I tried that, I was like, wow, he really is good. He really knows what he's talking about. And so it's just, to me, you can learn so much from just, even like this, just listening to other people and their styles and the way that they write. It's just, it's a
This
wonderful
is
thing to be a part of.
yes, this songwriter group is a wonderful way of doing just that. For instance,
It is.
getting to hear you. Thank you very much. Thanks
Thank you.
for sharing your music.
Thank you again, Pammy, for your just very, very heartfelt songs. And now we're going to take a little bit of a stretch break, and we are going to talk about free guitars. Yes. So here's a public service announcement. Everyone who's on the show, performers and volunteer hosts alike, because we're all volunteers here, get a ticket in the fishbowl. Capo Dave Williams, our founder, has a magic fishbowl, and he puts tickets in for everybody. And this is for the annual. Oh, he is showing us the fishbowl. Ta-da! Oh, it's not a fishbowl, it's a glass bowl now. Okay, that's good. It's still just as good and magical. And this is for the annual drawing for one of Capo Dave's dandy hybrid guitars. He has been building these guitars for a few years now, and he's showing us a guitar that he has built. And what makes it a hybrid, you might ask? Well, here it goes in the words of Capo Dave Williams. If a good archtop guitar got married to a D28, their kid would sing like a dandy. And you'll find a link to the dandy hybrids at the bottom of the Open Mic America page on the homepage. And we are all eager to see who is going to win the guitar this time. It was Bet Paget last time, and she loves to play that, and you can see her playing it online. So there we are. And thank you, Capo Dave, for that. It's very generous of you. And it's fun to see all your guitars. And now we're going to go to Georgia, where we have Charles Absher from Avondale Estates. And he likes to play at Waller's Coffee Shop and the Frank Hamilton School of Folk Music, both in Decatur, Georgia. Here he is.
Hey, hello everybody.
Hi.
Yes, good to be here. It's been a little while since I've been on, but I think this might be my 10th or 11th time overall. I can't recall exactly which. But anyway, the first one I'd like to do is a song I wrote in honor of Earth Day. It's my kind of take on heaven and earth. It's called Mother Earth. Take me where the water tastes so sweet. Take me where it cleanses when I breathe. Take me where the trees are reaching up to touch the sky, and I'll show you where I'll be when it comes my time to die. Take me where the wind reshapes the land. Take me where the rivers scour and sand. Take me where the vistas stretch away to meet the sky, and I'll show you where I'll be when it comes my time to die. I don't need mansions comforting my soul. I don't need my streets paved with finest gold. I don't need the pearly gates to open up for me. All I need is Mother Earth, and I'll be where I want to be. Take me where the birds are singing sweet. Take me to green meadows neath my feet. Take me where my soul can stretch into the bluest sky, and I'll show you where I'll be when it comes my time to die. I don't need mansions comforting my soul. I don't need my streets paved with finest gold. I don't need the pearly gates to open up for me. All I need is Mother Earth, and I'll be where I want to be. I don't need mansions comforting my soul. I don't need my streets paved with finest gold. I don't need the pearly gates to open up for me. All I need is Mother Earth, and I'll be where I want to be. With heaven here on earth, Where else would I want to be?
Wonderful.
Wow.
Beautiful.
So pretty.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I have prided myself on never doing the same song twice at Open Mic America. I've done that for other open mics. So I was getting worried about it this time around because I hadn't written another song in quite a while. But I came up with another song about 3 weeks ago at a John McCutcheon songwriting camp. So we're going to see how that goes. It's a little more peppy. It's called Gotta Get Back to the Music. I've been thinking about where I'm going. It's troubling my body, mind and soul. I've been thinking about where I'm going. Same old jive, well, it's getting old. I've been thinking about the road not taken. I've been pulling a heavy load. I've been thinking about the road not taken. I'm gonna grab my hammer, I'm gonna break the mold. Gotta get back to the music. Gotta get back where I belong. Gotta get back to the music. Gotta get back. I gotta sing my song. Don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. Got a wonderful family and a loving wife. Don't get me wrong, I ain't complaining. All in all, it's been a pretty good life. Don't get me wrong, I got no regrets. Path I took keeps me satisfied. Don't get me wrong, I got no regrets. I just got this yearning deep down inside. Gotta get back to the music. Gotta get back where my heart belongs. Gotta get back to the music. Gotta get back. I gotta sing my song. Comes a time in every journey when you take stock of where you're at. Comes a time in every journey can't deny, 'cause it's a natural fact. Comes a time for deciding when you take that leap of faith. Comes a time for deciding. I made up my mind and now I can't wait. Gotta get back to the music. Gotta get back where I belong. Gotta get back to the music. Gotta get back. I gotta sing my song. Sing along with me. Gotta get back to the music. Gotta get back where I belong. Gotta get back to get back. I gotta sing my song. Gotta get back. I gotta sing my song. Gotta get back. I gotta sing my song.
Oh, and yes, you do gotta sing your song, Charles.
Awesome.
Thank
Great.
you.
Oh my goodness. Oh, after we take a breath, then you get to talk to Robert. Robert, I'm passing it on to you.
Hey, Charles.
Hey, good to see you again.
Oh, yeah. Good to see you too. Now, you're in Decatur, so you're outside the Beltway. Is that right?
No, I'm inside the Beltway.
You're inside the Beltway.
Yes, I'm
Oh,
inside
okay.
285.
Uh-huh.
Decatur is kind of it's the county seat of DeKalb County, which is one of the metro counties. And I live in a little town called Avondale Estates, which is right next to Decatur. But we're all
Uh-huh.
we're all inside the perimeter.
Yeah. I've lived in Atlanta, but it's been a while, so I don't have the map as clear as it might have been earlier on that. I remember Little Five Points. Is that
Oh
a
yeah, it's
going
quite
place for music nowadays?
Oh yeah, the Variety Playhouse is there. They got a lot of nice little bars and stuff that have music, and yeah, it's a hopping place. A lot of interesting folks go to Little Five Points.
Yeah, I thought so too. So how's your area in Decatur? Is that you've been playing at other open mics, you say?
No, not virtual open mics.
Okay.
That 3 or 4 or 5 of them, started when we were in COVID, and
Yeah.
more than several of them have held on. And every so often, I'm playing with one of those during the week or during the weekend. So, yeah, it's kind of fun. I enjoy playing for people.
Are some of them local virtual? Or are they
No, none of them are local virtual. We used to do a virtual open mic through Waller's during COVID, but we stopped doing that, and now
uh-huh.
we're doing real or live open mics, and that's really the only place near me that has an open mic, a live open mic. There are others in the metro area, but the metro area is so big now. I mean, you drive 30, 45 minutes to get to some of these
Yeah.
places. And I'm kind of, I'm getting old, and it's just too much to go driving that far. So,
Yeah, I have one that I go to in San Jose, but I'm working right now in Redwood City, so it's about an hour away. So I need to devote an hour each, at least one way to make it. But sometimes it's quite worth it on that.
I'm sure, yeah.
You have local coffee houses that have
Well,
music you
Waller's,
play it?
Waller's is a coffee house. We play there often. And
Uh-huh.
a couple of the churches around here have a coffee house that they have music. I was at one last night at Unitarian Church up in Roswell, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite singer-songwriter, Sage Christie, was playing there, and so we went to see her. And there's a couple more around. They, you don't make much money playing them, but they do give you a little bit of money. People pass the hat around, and usually it turns out to be a pretty good take. I mean, given circumstances and.
Well, that's nice. And it's nice to get your music heard also,
Oh
and to
yeah,
hear others
yeah. Why do we
when
do
it's
this
live.
unless we want to have people hear what we've got to say? I think that's what we
Yeah,
want to do.
that's exactly it. And it's a question you can ask without doubting that you need to do it.
Yes,
But there's still a question of why do you do it? and
I've
and
had
that may change.
I've had some songwriting mentors say that you have something to say and you deserve to say it. So go out
Uh-huh.
there and do it. So Yes.
Back years ago, I stopped performing any music, and I started having nightmares where I'd start to plug in, and then I'd wake up, and I wouldn't be able to. I would never get to playing on there. So I started playing again, and it started. And the nightmares went away and never came back. But they seem like nightmares. They seem, fair. Well, that's pretty light. I mean, not being able to play. There might be people in the audience, dream audience, that were happy with that. But they did go away, and I found that there's a reason for keeping that going.
Yeah, so basically you came back to the music, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I needed it. That was right. That
You
coming
got to get
back
back
and
to the
well,
music.
that shows how universal some of these themes are that we run into every now and then
Absolutely.
on this particular open mic. Hey, thanks a lot, and we'll visit you again in Decatur.
Yeah.
Sometime soon, I hope.
Yeah, come see me
Thanks, Charles.
if you're down here.
I would love to do that. I'll see you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. That was wonderful to listen to. And don't be surprised if Robert does show up, because he does do that, Oh, and next we're going to go to Pennsylvania. We're going to hear Tom Kimmony from Pennsburg, Pennsylvania. And his favorite open mics are the Philadelphia Folk Song Society / the Philadelphia Area Songwriters Alliance, a combined open mic, and Godfrey Daniels. And Open Mic America, here he is. You have the stage, Tom.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Everyone sounds wonderful tonight. So many good stories and so many good songs. It's always a joy to be here. I'm in the studio doing my second album, and this song is a candidate for the title of the album. And it's a song called Welcome to the New Life.
There's no one undeserving of love, no one not born of the light, flowing within and above. Welcome to the new life. Shed the burdens of regret and breathe in the wonders around you. At the source of the watershed, welcome to the new life. Welcome to the new life. Welcome to the new life. Welcome to the new. Welcome to the new life. Welcome to the new. Welcome to the new. Welcome to the new life.
Yeah, awesome.
Such a smooth voice.
Thank you so kindly. That's again one of the candidates for my upcoming second studio album, which I'm hoping to be out in 4 to 6 weeks. So keep an ear out on Facebook. We're the same name, Tom Cooney, and on Bandcamp, Tom Cooney. This next song is also on the upcoming release, but it's not a candidate for the title, and it's a pensive piece I wrote about a pretend character who goes to a cafe and has been going there forever. This small little cafe with beautiful windows and wooden floors, and she goes there to drink tea and to clear her mind, and it's become a big part of her life. And it's a simple, small story, and it's called Nell and the Teacup.
Nell lifts her brimming teacup like a chalice full of truth, and she closes her eyes, inhales the sweet chai, and sips from her fountain of youth. She comes to this old cafe table to slow the decades they are racing by. Alone or with a lover or stranger, a melancholy smile or a tear in her eye, to quiet the endless longing, to still the heart in need, to ready for the sweet nothing. May it flow like a crystal dream. Ooh. Nell settles her cup on the table like a fragile piece of glass. Then she tips it so gently over. The tea rolls off the table at last. And she smiles like it's the first time. She smiles like it'll be the last. Her eyes are are the piercing, the sun at a midnight. Her mind free of future and past. So quiet, the endless longing. So still, the heart in need. And she revels in the sweet nothing. And life flows like a crystal dream. Life flows like a crystal dream. Life flows.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, so sweet.
Oh, really beautiful. Wow.
Oh,
Thank you. Thank you so
sweet.
much. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. And here it comes Robert, so you guys can discuss.
What we'll discuss, hi Tom.
Hey, good to see you again,
Loved
Robert.
I loved your chord voicings in that. However, need to give my disappointment that those voicings were below the frame of the video, and hope that next time you can share those with us.
I will try to do that. I've been trying to wide angle. It's not working, so I'll try.
Yeah, at work, I just bought a new wide angle lens, which made my life so much easier and more beautiful. I'm all for wide angle lenses now. I had a specific question on the second song that you played, how you thought about going and picking the chords for the break in there, for the bridge. When after starting, how did you decide on that?
I wanted the break to have different chords, of course, and to be able to go out of key and then come back in, because she's there to meditate and she's going through this process, and then you finally figure out what it is. She's trying to quiet her mind and clear her mind, so she's totally present. And so it goes way out of the key of E, goes into another key, C, G, and then back to E. And it's just something that I have always liked to do, is to go out of key and come back in. Whether it's something simple like that, or do some more jazz voicings or something. And I find that even for a simple song like this, straying just a little bit adds color.
Yeah, it does. And it makes you think immediately and makes you feel immediately. One thing about songs that have the same chords throughout is that you can continue to feel them, but you may not think about them.
Yeah.
They become second nature, and if they're not going to change, you can set that aside and say, okay, there's this, now what else is new?
Yeah.
But when you actually leave the key, or you go somewhere else in there with either accidentals or whatnot, you do open it up and kind of force a recalibration in the listener, but also in yourself as a player, right? When you're writing that, you have to recalibrate. Okay, if I'm going to another key and I'm going to be there, then what's it going to be like there? What's going to be different than what I did before?
Yeah, for me, the lyric is always primary, so I knew I wanted to go out of key. So I knew that when I went there, I had to obey what the lyric was saying. So the chorus confesses what she's doing. She's going there to quiet the endless longing. So when the word quiet comes up, I strum once. That's it. And I strum once on endless longing. And the very next line, to still the heart in need, to still the heart in need. So again, the lyric is driving what you want to do.
Mm-hmm. I'm a filmmaker, and I often say that the visual shows you what to think about, and the audio shows you what to think about it. And to some extent, the music without words does that, supplies the what to think about the lyrics, while the lyrics are showing you the specifics
That's a
in
great
language talk.
That's a great viewpoint. Great insight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
It's
it is the song is a take on the old Zen koan of the master showing the student that tea doesn't live in a teapot or a cup, it's everywhere. So he keeps pouring the tea and it just flows over the cup. And so this is what she's doing when she goes there, and she just tips the cup over and laughs when it rolls over the table, because she knows it's not about the cup or the pitcher. So
right, which is an appropriate reaction.
yes.
Laughter.
Yes.
Yeah, that's lovely that you've thought that through and have that embedded,
Yeah, I
given
would,
that form.
I would say that sometimes to a fault, I'm a conceptual writer well before the lyrics, and I bake things a lot, and I have intent and purpose. And sometimes that slows down the songwriting process if you're thinking too much, but I've learned how to tame that horse most of the time as the years go by. But sometimes the horse is wild. Sometimes the horse is still wild.
The along those lines, each time I start a new song, it's a whole different set of problems that I get in. Just last night, my wife and I have now been married for 50 years, actually at the end of next month.
Congratulations.
And last night was the first time that she helped me with the song while we were playing it. And she helped edit some things that I had just gotten into, and they were just clumsy and stupid. Not that, I'm clumsy and stupid, but I certainly was in this case,
You can ask her.
obviously. And after 50 years, we worked, and she helped me get some of that out.
That's
But
wonderful.
yeah, each time, where the lyrics will lead or the music will support or not support, it's great to run yourself into those corners.
Yeah, yeah. And on that
To
first
solve.
song was just a very called Welcome to the New Life, was just a buoyant, ultra positive tune where the chords had to be positive and bounce, and it's just something I wrote one morning where you wake up and the sunshine's rolling in and you grab it. And so it's
Yeah,
the same principle. You kind of follow what it is and just commit to it. Yeah.
yeah. Uh, Absolutely lovely, and nice talking to you, Tom.
Good to see you
Look
again.
forward to both of those again. Take
Thanks.
care.
Take care.
Wonderful to have you back again, Tom. That was wonderful.
Thank you.
And now we have the other Tom. Yeah, we have Tom Maynard from Thompson, Connecticut. And he likes to play at the Paris Center for the Arts, the PCA open mic in Westford, Massachusetts. And here we go. You have the stage, Tom.
Thank you, Daphne. Thank you to everyone here, and all you folks here at the Open Mic America. That it's appreciated. We understand it's all a volunteer effort, and we are deeply grateful for what you do for the music community. So thank you so much for that. And I'm grateful to be back. This is it's always a pleasure to be here. I've gone back and forth on what songs I'm going to play, and something that Robert just said about his collaboration with his wife after 50 years made it seem pretty clear that I needed to do the single collaboration I've done with my wife in the 43 years we've been married. So this is a song that I found the lyric. So we moved just recently from New Hampshire down here to Connecticut. And in the move, we were consolidating a whole bunch of stuff, and I found a book of lyrics, handwritten lyrics that were in combination of my hand and my wife's hand. And this one particular song popped out that I was like, I don't know this song, and it's not attributed to anybody. And I'm reading the lyric and I'm saying, my wife wrote this. I know she wrote this. This is her voice. Everything about this has to do with, it's coming from her. So I brought it to her and said, hey, do you remember writing this? No. I was like, okay, fine. Well, let's see what I can do with this, because I just was dying to try to put some music to it. So this is called Song of the Roses, and it is by Tom and Debbie Maynard. Let's get the guitar going here. This was the front door where roses still grow. They were planted with care a long time ago, and the old foundation is filled now with trees and a breeze where the roof used to be. Hands built these old walls, they stacked stone on stone, broke their backs to make New England their home. They walked on the land from winter to spring, and as they planted their roses, they'd sing. Grow strong and take root, grow sturdy and wild. This life is not for the meek or the mild. May you still grow here after we're gone, and may you still be singing your song. If I lived here, my kitchen window would be in the back, where I could see that old apple tree. And look, there are lilies by the old cellar stair, and roses too, and roses too fresh in the air. I feel them all around me out here in the woods. Their life was so hard, but I think it was good. When flowers bloomed, souls would fly like birds on a wing, and rocking their babies they'd sing. Grow strong and take root, grow sturdy and wild. This life is not for the meek or the mild. May you still grow hair after we're gone, and may you still be singing your song. Why did they leave? Where did they go? What happened to them? Does anyone know? Roses that bloom by a door long since gone, sing a memory, still singing your song. Grow strong and take root, grow sturdy and wild. This life is not for the meek or the mild. May you still grow here long after we're gone, and may you still be singing your song. May you still be singing your song. Song of the Roses.
Oh, wow.
Wonderful.
Beautiful.
Beautiful song.
Now, I meant to turn on my camera so you could see me playing that, with Robert saying he wanted to see somebody playing chords. So
Well, that's fancy. Okay.
man,
so
and
the
I
next
missed
song.
out on a whole
The
song.
next song.
Yeah, so this next one, it's really hot here and sticky, and midsummer. The song comes out in midsummer. It's called She Loves the Thunder. and it kind of is inspired by my wife's love of thunderstorms. She loves the thunder. It's in the wrong key. Rain on the roof in the hour of the wolf. She feels a relief sublime. Sleep hides from view, a rumble begins anew. She has no thought for the time, and she loves the thunder and the rain pouring down. The sky splits asunder, and she loves the sound. Oppressive heat with no sign of relief. The air is stifling and close. Nowhere to turn, while inside she burns, till she's just ashes and ghost. And she loves the thunder and the rain pouring down. She can't help but wonder, is a change coming round? On the feathered edge of perception, called forth by aching need, an answer echoes a reflection, the voice of passion free. Blanket or sheet, just the darkness and heat. A film of sweat, her only dress. Skin kissed by breeze, she feels a shiver, a tease. The flash shows nature's caress, and she loves the thunder and the rain pouring down. A spell that she's under comes from somewhere deep inside, and she loves the thunder and the rain pouring down. The sky splits asunder, and she loves the sound.
Nice.
Oh,
Thank you.
Oh, yes, Tom. So thank you for being with us again and showing us what you're doing with your guitar too. That extra camera is great and beautiful songs. Okay, Robert, I'll pass Tom on to you.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, Robert. Good to see you, man.
Out here. Yeah, good to see you too and hear you. The one thing about mid California coast here is that we almost never get thunder.
Huh.
There are maybe a couple times a year we'll get a thunderstorm. And I come from the East Coast mostly, so it's such a it's a feeling of loss. I mean, you know, sometimes you just want the sky to open like that and roar
Exactly.
and crash.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
crash, exactly. It's like this open-ended sound from the heavens, and it's not here.
Yeah, and that we're getting a lot of that this year. We're getting a lot of storms rolling through. So
Yeah, that's yeah, that's a gift. What do you write? Many. So you've got one about roses and one about thunder. What other topics have you gone after
oh
in
gosh,
writing?
actually, I had a time with a spiritual guy from South Africa,
Yeah.
and he gave me a task, which was to write songs that were one song about the stars, one song about the trees, and one song about the ocean. And it took me years to sort of get there. But yeah, none of the songs I did tonight were any of those. But it's I love nature. I love being out in. I did a 830 miles, about 30 miles of the Appalachian Trail back in 2017. So I'm very very much at home out there in the woods and love to bring that imagery into my songs.
To what extent do you get specific images from walking, say, through the Appalachians and
It's well, and any of the songs I've written around that will have taken a nugget of like for example, actually just a couple last year I guess it was I did another 70 miles down in Virginia, and the trillium were just coming into bloom, and so I have a song about up where the trillium bloom. So there are definitely specific images, and in that walk I was walking through the brush, and the morning cloak butterflies are out, feeding off the flowers, and they made it into the song as an image. So very much so. You think as you're walking, things will. It's like you're taking pictures with your eyes, and you hold on to that and carry it back to your songs. So yeah, very much so.
yeah. I started many years ago. I spent some time reading Ezra Pound poetry, and I was reading it, and he had all these references to places and things, and I'm thinking these are really arcane and specific references. I don't know where these places are. How is this to be universal? And it I picked up from Pound that one can get to the universal through the specific, and that often was better than going the other way, because through the other way come cliches, and so if you find something that's very specific, the way that a shadow in grain is trapped by a certain spider web in the corner with light coming in. All of a sudden you've got something that is not that other people may not have in common right there, or the words, but as you develop that universe of that one thing, it becomes universal to the
And
person
as they
hear it.
yeah, one of the things we learn as songwriters is that the more you can bring in your senses and describe things through sensual imagery, smells and the feel of, I run my hand over the bark of a tree, and I could write a whole song about that, you know. So
Yeah,
it's and people maybe they don't have that specific memory or experience themselves, but usually there's something in there that they tap into that they can ride, you know, they can ride the song.
there's a concept of communication. There's a model of communication. The general one is one that is transferable, that someone has something and they give it to you and you have it, and there's that communication that happens that way. The one that I prefer and that I think relates to us as songwriters is one of resonance. So the resonance model is that someone brings something up and there's something in you that resonates at the same frequency, and that is how you feel, and that is how communication can be handled and used, which is something that I feel very much, and I think someone writing about nature would have that, be practicing that one way or the other.
Yeah, very much so. And I think that part of that is it isn't just the words, right? It's the
Yes.
the music will do the same thing, you know. Even borrowing tricks from other songs that and then they're not really tricks, right? They're technique that evoke specific feelings and maybe hit you with a nostalgic touch or something like that. You know, I think about even the music in the specifically the music for Autumn Leaves as a song. You know, there are certain things in the songs themselves that you know, they're not speaking to the forebrain. They're speaking to something back here, and you know, I hope, you know, I'm one of my goals or my prayers about my music is that I'm somehow subconsciously tapping into some of that stuff. I'm not a trained person in terms of music, so I don't have a lot of music theory in my background, but I know what I like, and I know that there are certain things that come forth through the guitar, or even just vocally, that are will create that resonance as you speak of it.
Well, Beefheart was asked about his influence, and he said there's nothing like a good screech from a goose to give you some influence. And so there you go. Run your hand over that bark, and I think that's the influence that can help you. Hey, thanks so much.
Oh, thank you,
Thanks
Robert.
so much, Tom.
It's a pleasure.
You are on mute, Daphne.
Blah, 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 blah. Thank you, Tom, for your music and also for the wonderful conversation. And it's good to have you back. And now, taking us home today, we have, for the very first time on Open Mic America, Buddy Shoot from Kingston. Are you from Arkansas? I'm sorry, it just says Kingston. So, yes, okay, good. Arkansas, I thought so, yes. And Buddy likes to sing at 612 Coffee House and Bar in Fayetteville, Arkansas. Okay, Buddy, take it away. Take us home.
Are we there?
Yeah, we've got you.
All right. This first tune is called Ozark Moon, and I was out last night. There was a full moon out, so it kind of nudged me into doing this song tonight. I live in the northwest corner of Arkansas in the Ozark Mountains. I'm just up the mountain from the Buffalo River, which was our nation's first national river, and I got a nice little place here at the end of the road, and thought I'd write a song about how nice and peaceful everything is around here. And this is what I came up with. It's called Ozark Moon. I've been a lot of places, and I've made a lot of friends, and I've done a lot of traveling on the highway that never ends. Seen a lot of bright lights in a whole lot of towns. They will blind you with their luxury. I'd rather be beneath this old dark moon, shining for me. With so many choices, it's the hard way I learn. When I'm lost in the darkness, wondering which way to turn, I go where that moon shining in the night sky makes everything easy to see. On a mountain neath that Ozark moon, shining for me. Breezes out of the south, bringing good things my way. If there's a cry of the hoot owl, and there's a smell of the mown hay, just down the hillside with voices so clear, coyotes sang harmony. And we all singing to that Ozark moon, shining for me. And long ago there was a hunter who stood here just like me. Find his arrowheads in the hollow where his campfire used to be. Sometimes I feel his spirit, sometimes I hear his song in that night bird's melody. I bet he had a song about the Ozark moon, shining for him, shining for me. Shining for me.
Oh, thank
I
you,
like that song.
Debbie.
That's beautiful, yeah.
Wonderful song.
Ozark moon. Well, this next tune I call Old Henry. It's I grew up in Memphis, and at the time Memphis was considered the world's largest small town, and I I lived in a nice part of town, and I didn't discover like neighborhood pubs until I moved down to New Orleans, and I was really fascinated by neighborhood pubs. And I moved up to New England, and the same thing there, where it was just the center of every neighborhood had a pub right in the center of it, and that's where people would congregate. You know, it started back before they had air conditioning and TV and such, and that's where people would gather for. So this is Old Henry. I was bored in my apartment. I didn't feel like watching TV all alone. So I took a walk down to Henry's bar down on the corner, just to see what was going on. It was a slow night. There was a lady sitting at the far end of the bar. And old Henry was studying his racing forms with his unlit cheap cigar. He poured me a drink, told me the FBI had bugged his place, and told me about the UFOs. And he asked me my opinion about using his place for a reality show. And he pointed to the racing form and said, all I need is one big score, and I can get out of this cage. He said, this one's a winner, I can feel it. And he drew a circle on the page. And I told the lady I hadn't seen her here before, and this was like my second home. She said, yeah, she was new to the neighborhood and didn't feel like watching TV all alone. So I said, hey, how about some conversation? She said, yeah, but I can't see that far. So I got some money from my sock, bought a couple drinks, and I moved on down the bar. She told me her name was Earlene. She said she was an entrepreneur. I said I thought that was great, but you know I really wasn't sure. I told her I was a wrestling promoter, and one of my wrestlers was Mad Dog Mike, and he had a bout coming up this week. I could introduce her if she'd like. Said, yeah, we all take our chances, and that's all we can do. She asked me if I was married. I said, no, ma'am. How about you? She said her husband ran off with her best friend, took a TV and a car. She said, lately I don't have a lot to smile about. Put her empty glass back down on the bar. She said, you know, I'd best be leaving, but you know I'd rather not. She looked at me and said, we got a lot in common. Why don't you reach back in your sock and we'll flag down old Henry. take our chances. See what the morning's found.
Wow, Betty,
Awesome. Awesome.
you sure took us all the way home. You did. You did. Oh, gosh. Well, I'm gonna hand you over to Robert, and you guys can chat.
I get the feeling I'm in the presence of a master here. That was absolutely lovely. That's great.
I've just been at it a long time.
Yeah, yeah. Have you been doing it since you were a teenager around there or something like that?
Yeah, I started at in the high school band. I was playing saxophone, and the drummer in the band was in a rock and roll band. He got me to come play, and down here from there.
Oh, that's great. I love your talking song as you talk through it, and it's great. I mean, just the right amount of music, just the right amount of serial, and but your story just flows like a good story should down there.
Yeah. Most of my tunes aren't like that. For some reason I just heard that. And that's the way it came out.
Oh, okay. I kind of thought maybe you had a couple hundred just like that that would talk through in different places.
Well, sometimes, yeah. Sometimes my singing is mistaken for talking.
I have to remark that the video that's coming through has you with a little light on you, and then everything else is black with enough pixelation so that it looks like stars or a lot of insects, one or the other. It's but it was.
It's the lack of quality. I'm using Wi-Fi, and I would like to thank your technical crew for helping me here. I have somebody. I'm computer illiterate, and I have somebody come in and help me set everything up. And
Uh-huh.
10 minutes before we got connected, I deleted everything. So your technical crew had to help me set everything up and back again, and thank you. I'd like to thank them for that.
Oh, yeah, they're great, and
But I think that's why there's such a photographic background, is the lack of quality here.
well, it's great. I mean, it's dark, and you're singing about the moon, and that just is the perfect image to come with it. All these miles from Arkansas in the mountains there. It works really nicely. You can see after this goes up online, you can see just how well it works. So are there places you play around where you are right now?
Yeah, I've been out playing quite a bit. I play solo. I have a friend, Mark McGee, that plays harmonica. We do a duo, and Mark and I are members of a band, the Motivators, and we play around. I'm out in the woods pretty good, but I'm 2 hours from Fayetteville, which is where the University of Arkansas is, and we play there.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm a couple hours from Eureka Springs, which is a very artistic, historic town. We play there quite a bit.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I just saw Charlie Musselwhite and another guitarist that had come in playing blues and harmonica, and just amazing stuff, old blues stuff.
Yeah, I was down in Clarksdale a couple years ago, and we just wandered into the store with had records and posters, and I'm standing at the cash register, and I look over and it's Charlie Musselwhite standing next to me, you know. We started talking to him because he grew up in Memphis too. So we were talking about some things, and I said something like how much I really admired his music, and he said I had excellent taste.
Well, there you go. It's in the air. Buddy, I look forward to hearing you again. I'm sincere. I think you did a wonderful job of delivering what you got there.
I thank y'all very much.
And
This is great. Thank you.
thanks, buddy.
Betty, we are so glad that we found you. Gotta come back, absolutely, and play some more for us.
Okay.
Thank you for ending our show on that wonderful note. I want to thank everybody one by one. Here we go. Thank you to the Hewitt Family Band, Gillis Mills, Teeyum Smith, Pammy Martin, Charles Absher, Tom Cooney, Tom Maynard, and Buddy Shoot today. Also, I would like to thank Laura Bordowitz for being our fearless engineer of the show, yes, and Robert Edgar for having such wonderful conversations with our performers. And to thank Capo Dave William for founding this Open Mic America and always working very tirelessly behind the scenes on this project here. Thank you to the YouTube audience that is watching now and who is going to be watching the recording of the show. That often happens, that many people watch afterwards as well. And if you like the show, don't keep it a secret. Tell people about it. Download your own t-shirts. Some people are wearing them today. And don't forget to check out your local and virtual open mics. We have listed all the ones that people have mentioned here on our website. So that's a really good resource if you're traveling around the country, if you move, if you just, want to see what's going on in real life places. You can go to our website and there are names and locations of all of these wonderful open mics. And we are always here the first and third Sundays of every month. So our next show will be Sunday, August 4th, same time, same station. So stay tuned for the next full lineup of performers. Okay. We are all going to be waving goodbye. And we will say good night, America.
If you meet me at the corner of Russell and Albina, just about a block from Mississippi Avenue, I'll take you to a house where they hang carpets on the wall. And if we go there on a Sunday, there's a song I'll take you through.